day.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
Don't try that on me. My pa was a blacksmith, so I had horseshoes and hooves in my hand before I could walk. And I've met enough horse folk to know you shouldn't trust them further than you can throw them.
What do you mean?
The horses. Where did Lord Nebat get them?
All right, if you insist. Well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area, it would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
What does that Pelzer eat? His breath
It's a good thing you've
stinks.
come. Excellent! My favourite retainer and protector just when I need it. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaramir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
Fucking hell, Hans. You can be glad you're alive.
Is there something wrong?
You bet there is. The whole fortress has been taken over by bandits. They attacked it and took Sir Yaramir prisoner. They're pretending to be his garrison. And you didn't speak to Nebak, but to their chief. Thank Christ they didn't take you prisoner as well.
What?
I found the real Nebak in jail. I swear to God it's all true. We have to disappear as quickly as possible, before they take us captive as well.
Oh, shit! Well, then we better leave right now. You can explain it properly on the way. Yo, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. I was somewhat afraid they might send someone after us. Especially after what you said on the way about Sir Yaramir being a prisoner. It was clever of you to sniff out the deception, Henry. I'll take my hat off to you. Lord von Bergov must be informed.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry,
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaramir? How many of his men can I count on?
None, my lord. The situation is worse than you can imagine. Nebakov Fortress has been taken over by bandits, and Sir Yaramir is their prisoner.
What?
Their leader posed as Sir Yaramir. While I negotiated with him, Henry found out the truth.
Sir Yaramir urgently requests that you send a force to Nebakov and free him.
I will, of course. The news might actually be better than it seems.
What's good about it? They seized the fortress.
At last, we know where to strike. They thought they would gain a foothold, but instead they walked into a trap. Nebakov will be easy to besiege. We will set out when we have enough men mustered. That heap of sticks will not last a day against my knights.
You can count on us, sir.
I should hope so. I'm sure young Lord Capon is eager to demonstrate his valor in the field. And just maybe, Henry, you will win your knight's spurs.
We will support you in the field, of course. But before we take the fortress, I'm very keen to finish the business we came about.
There will be time enough for that. There are several loose ends to tidy up before we attack Nebakov. You have proved yourselves most capable. So I will let you take care of it. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. If he doesn't sing, he is of no use to us anyway. We need to know who he is in league with. Because it is not possible that they could evade us for so long without local support.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
I don't know of anything that should concern you, sir.
Very well. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Good doggy, good boy.
Lord von Berghoff sent me. I'm supposed to collect, a gift in return for my services.
If he sent you directly to me, you must have made quite an impression on him. In that case, I'll give you one of our best weapons. What would you choose?
Well, I'm tempted by a warhammer.
An excellent choice against heavy armor. The weapon itself is rather unwieldy, though. Get a shield to go with it and you'll be unstoppable.
Thanks for the advice.
Having the right armor for your choice of weapon wouldn't go amiss. I don't think Lord von Berghoff will mind if I give you something extra.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you want to train your combat skills, I'm at your service. After all, any weapon is only as good as the man who wields it.
What are you doing at Trotsky? You don't look like you're from around here either. Or am I mistaken?
I'm from Prague, but I don't have your talent for trouble. I mean, you almost ended up on the gallows.
That was just a bit of a misunderstanding. That band that's been raising hell around here is to blame.
Aye, so I've heard. At any rate, you sure have a merry lord.
My lord is who he is, and I serve him for better or for worse.
And then you pay for his mistakes, eh? I know how that is. I served in Prague myself.
Really? You look like a noble to me, and well studied too.
Aye. That's what 3 years at a university will do to a person. But that's all in the past now.
You studied at the Prague University?
Aye. But my sword lessons have come in handier. That's why I'm here now. Von Berghoff hired me as a personal guard and as a teacher of the local garrison.
Really? I'd like to see how people fight with swords in Prague.
That's no problem. I'll show you a few tricks. But you're not part of the garrison, so you'll have to pay.
If there's no other way. I'd like to improve my skills with an axe. I have a lot to learn.
The axe is an awful weapon, fit for barbarians. But I suppose I can show you some tricks. Let's get started. This will take some time.
I'd like to learn something.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to hear how things work at the university in Prague. Are the studies hard?
Well, it's not easy, but once you get a degree, you don't have to worry about your livelihood. Look, I'll give you a bit of advice on how things work out there in the world.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, I can teach you something. I like a longsword, but there's not much room for it in the heat of battle, where brute force will come in more handy for you. Such a hit with the pommel of a sword, handle of an axe, or edge of a shield will certainly disorient everyone. Would you like me to show you?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Alright. As I already said, often mainly brute force will help you in a fight. Attack with any short weapon a few quick times. Then, move towards the opponent and hit him in the face with the shaft. Oh, and if you have a shield, use it. That will definitely ruin your opponent's day. Now come and try it a few times. All good? No learning has ever fallen from heaven for anybody.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Berghoff a favour by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
But you heard von Berghoff. Even his men refused to do it.
Look, if we're really convincing, he might get scared and start singing without any, nasty stuff. But if not...
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can.
I've been thinking about that torture.
And? Are you ready? Von Berghoff will soon lose patience.
Let's do it.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Berghoff thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you? If you're not guards.
We asked first. So answer nicely, or...
Or we'll use force.
Do as you like, yellow bellies. You'll end up just like von Berghoff. On the gallows. Like all traitors. Ah! Fuck off!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongs and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Where's that band of yours hiding? You're playing the hero here, but we already know where you rats are holed up.
You don't know shit.
I suppose we'll have to go harder.
Go lightly at first.
Well, you think I don't know that?
Ow!
Oh, I said lightly.
Want to try it yourself?
Ha! I didn't even feel that. Can't you do any better?
I can try.
Oh, fuck! You unwashed horse and cock!
You have a chance to save what's left of your teeth. Where is your camp?
In your mother's cunt! There's room for everyone there!
Enough! You're not going to speak to me that way, you filth! Henry! Show him what you can do with a hammer.
You don't have the balls!
We'll see. Maybe soon you won't have any.
Wait! 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 It doesn't matter anyway. You'll never get there. We made ourselves a nice little nest in Nabokov.
I knew that. I was just seeing if you'd tell the truth.
Go to hell!
How did you manage that?
Old Nabok is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, He didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you.
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin. You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before. And I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
You're not worth the effort. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing! Go and crawl back to your von Bergov.
But you will.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake! Ah! You bastard! We've got a connection in the region, but I won't tell you more. Never!
Let's change the subject.
No! We have to find this out! We've got to get in von Bergov's good graces.
What do you want to do?
What I must. Listen close, you stinking rat. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Rattay. Your band slaughtered my retinue. For no good reason. Oates, Conrad, Tankard, Nicholas. I knew them for years. They weren't just names to me. So I feel like you owe me something. I want to know who's working with you in the region now. Otherwise, you'll be the first bandit cur ever tortured to death by a nobleman with his own hands. And believe you me, I'm going to enjoy it. So, what's it going to be? Choose quickly.
Kurva!
The name, say the name!
Older! Sabine!
The groom. That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Bergov finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing!
Gnarly. Agnes. Good lord.
If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands!
Von Bergov isn't a madman. He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Bergov has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Bergov too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
How do you feel?
Well, I can't say I feel too good about it. But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. I mean, you had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far.
He told us something, didn't he?
Well, that they're based in Nabokov. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it too?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Well, that's exactly why I think we should keep the news about young Semin's involvement to ourselves for now.
I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Bergov trusted in us. Won't be tired as if he ever discovers we lied to him. But do what you think is right.
Keep close to the others. It's not safe.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
We've confirmed the information about Nebakov. The bandits are holed up there. The ones who've been ambushing your men throughout the region.
And us as well.
We will take care of them soon.
Your suspicions about the folk in the region haven't proved true. It seems the bandits are working on their own.
That doesn't sound right to me. Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, sir.
Nobody could be such a fool as to stand against you, sir.
Perhaps.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But, sir, they...
In any event, the die has been cast. We will wait until my vassals in the vicinity muster up, and then march on Nebakov.
Certainly, sir.
And, sir, before that, could we discuss that matter of ours?
Soon I shall throw a feast, so we can discuss the plan of attack with the other lords. Of course, you shall be my guests. But now, go and rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir. Henry, come for me this evening. We'll go there together.
Excuse me.